We've been on quite a journey together exploring what it takes to not just live longer, but to truly thrive in your later years. From that first moment when we talked about the simple but powerful signs, like being able to walk with purpose or maintain your balance, to discovering how quality sleep and an active, curious mind can add years to your life, we've covered so much ground. But here's the beautiful truth that ties it all together. Longevity isn't about any one magic trick or secret. It's about this wonderful interplay between your body, your mind, and your spirit. When you move regularly, you sleep better. When you sleep well, you think clearer. When your mind is sharp, you're more likely to engage with the world around you. And when you stay connected to people, to hobbies, to life's simple pleasures, that joy feeds back into everything else, creating this upward spiral of well-being. I've seen it time and again. The seniors who age most gracefully aren't necessarily the ones who never face challenges, but the ones who keep showing up for life in all these small, consistent ways. Maybe it's the woman in her 70s who starts every morning with stretching and ends each day calling a friend. Or the gentleman in his 80s who decided to learn Spanish just because it seemed interesting. These aren't extraordinary feats, but they are extraordinary in their cumulative effect. And here's what's most exciting. It's never too late to strengthen any of these areas. Your body responds to movement at any age. Your brain creates new connections when you challenge it, no matter how many birthdays you've celebrated. And your capacity for joy, that only deepens with time when you nurture it. So as we wrap up our time together today, I want to leave you with this thought. Every small choice you make toward your well-being, whether it's choosing to take the stairs, trying a new recipe, or simply pausing to watch the sunset, is another stitch in the tapestry of a long, vibrant life. The science is clear on this. How we age has so much more to do with our daily habits than just the passing of years. I'd truly love to hear which of these insights resonated most with you. Maybe you've discovered you're already doing better than you realized in some areas, or perhaps you've been inspired to focus on one particular habit. Your experiences matter, and sharing them might just light the way for someone else on their journey. Here's to living all our years fully, with health, with purpose, and with joy. Until next time, keep taking those small, powerful steps that add up to a lifetime of well-being. You know what's remarkable? The more research that comes out about aging well, the more we realize how much power we actually have in writing our own story. It's not about chasing some impossible fountain of youth. It's about embracing each chapter with intention and care. Think about the healthiest, happiest seniors you've known. What made them stand out? Chances are, it wasn't just their physical health, but their whole approach to life. There's something quietly revolutionary about waking up each morning and asking, how can I move my body today? Rather than what hurts today. That subtle shift in perspective makes all the difference. And the beautiful part? Our bodies are so ready to respond. Whether it's taking that first walk around the block after years of being sedentary, or finally trying that water aerobics class you've been curious about, every positive choice sends ripples through your entire well-being. The same goes for keeping our minds engaged. I'll never forget meeting a 92-year-old who just published her first book. "Oh, I've always had stories in me," she told me with a twinkle in her eye. "I just finally decided to write them down." That's the spirit we're talking about. Not letting age define what's possible, but letting curiosity lead the way. And let's not underestimate the power of connection. In our increasingly busy world, it's easy to let relationships slide, but the seniors who thrive are the ones who keep reaching out. Even something as simple as making a point to chat with your grocery clerk or mail carrier can weave threads of connection through your day. These moments matter more than we realize. What I hope you take away from all this is that aging well isn't about perfection. It's about direction. Some days you'll feel like doing all the right things, other days not so much. And that's okay. The key is keeping that overall momentum toward health and happiness. Because when you look back years from now, you won't remember every single walk or every vegetable you ate, but you'll feel the cumulative effect of all those choices in your energy, your outlook, and your joy for life. So as we close out our conversation today, I want to leave you with this question. What's one small thing you can do this week to invest in your future self? Maybe it's trying a new recipe full of colorful vegetables, calling an old friend you've been meaning to reconnect with, or simply taking 10 minutes each morning to stretch and breathe. Whatever it is, know that it matters. These are the building blocks of a life well lived at any age. Here's to your health, your happiness, and all the wonderful years ahead. Let me paint you a picture of what's possible. Imagine waking up 10 years from now, feeling even more vibrant than you do today. Sounds impossible? I've seen it happen time and again with people just like you who decided to make small, consistent changes. The secret isn't in some expensive supplement or extreme regimen. It's in the ordinary moments where we choose to honor our health and happiness. Take movement, for instance. There's an 84-year-old in my yoga class who started at 78 after her doctor suggested it might help her arthritis. Today, she moves with more grace than most people half her age. But here's what's really remarkable. It's not just her body that's transformed. Her whole outlook on life shifted when she realized what she was still capable of achieving. That's the power of showing up for yourself day after day. And let's talk about food, not as restriction, but as celebration. Some of the longest living cultures in the world don't count calories or follow fad diets. They simply eat real food, prepared with care and enjoyed in good company. There's profound wisdom in that approach. When we stop seeing eating well as deprivation and start seeing it as an act of self-respect, everything changes. So as we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. Your best years aren't behind you. They're within you, waiting to be uncovered one choice at a time. Whether it's trying that new activity you've been curious about, reconnecting with an old passion, or simply approaching each day with a little more kindness toward yourself, know that every positive choice adds up. The journey of aging well isn't about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself with consistency and compassion. And if you take nothing else from our conversation today, remember this. You're far more capable than our culture gives you credit for. Here's to proving that truth, one wonderful day at a time. Let me share something profound I've learned from centenarians around the world, people who've not just lived long, but lived well. There's a spark in their eyes that has nothing to do with genetics and everything to do with how they approach each day. You see, the secret isn't found in a pill, bottle, or expensive treatment. It's woven into the fabric of their daily lives in ways so simple we often overlook them. Picture this. It's sunrise in Okinawa, where some of the world's healthiest elders begin their day. There's no rushing, no frantic checking of phones. Instead, there's a quiet moment in the garden, tending to plants that will become their next meal. In Sardinia, you'll find nanos walking mountain paths, not because they have to, but because it's how they connect with neighbors and nature. These rituals aren't complicated, but they're powerful, and they're available to all of us. What strikes me most isn't their physical routines, but their mindset. They don't exercise, they move with purpose. They don't diet, they eat food that makes them feel alive. They don't stress about anti-aging. They're too busy engaging with life. There's a lesson here. When we stop fighting aging and start embracing living, everything changes. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this invitation. What if this chapter became your most vibrant yet? Not in spite of your age, but because of all you've learned along the way. The tools are simple. Movement that feels good, food that nourishes, connections that matter, and a mindset of possibility. The rest? That's your unique story waiting to unfold. Here's to writing it with joy, one beautiful day at a time. 2/2. As we come to the end of our time together, I want you to take a moment and really let all of this sink in. Look at your hands, those hands that have worked, loved, and created throughout your life. They're still capable of so much. Feel your breath moving through you, that steady rhythm that's carried you through decades of experiences. And that mind of yours, still so full of potential and wisdom. This isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Every small choice you make towards your well-being is like planting a seed that will blossom into more vibrant tomorrows. And most beautiful part, you don't have to do it perfectly, just consistently, with kindness towards yourself. If these conversations have sparked something in you, maybe a new idea, a fresh perspective, or just the reassurance that great years are still ahead, then I've done my job. But our community here is so much richer when you're part of it. Your experiences, your stories, your wisdom, they matter. They might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. So if you've enjoyed our time together, I'd be honored if you'd join our growing family by hitting that subscribe button. Every new voice makes our community stronger. And be sure to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next conversation, because we've got so much more to explore together about living fully at every age. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're committing to for your well-being this week? Maybe it's something we talked about today, or perhaps your own special way of honoring your health and happiness. I read every single one, and they truly inspire what we create next. From my heart to yours, thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, your story isn't winding down. It's deepening in the most beautiful ways. I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Until next time, keep shining your unique light. The world needs exactly what you have to offer.